I've been using the OnePlus 15R for the last couple of days. As my main phone, not just running benchmarks or clicking test photos, actually using it the way most people would, and pretty quickly, one thing became clear: this phone is built around performance and everyday smoothness, not camera gimmicks. So let's start with how it feels to live with. From the moment I picked it up in the morning to late night scrolling before bed, the phone felt consistent. No random lag, no UI hiccups. No moments where I had to wait for the phone to catch up. That reliability is what defines the OnePlus 15R experience. Design-wise, the OnePlus 15R looks clean and understated. You get a matte glass back with a metal frame, and that combination immediately makes the phone feel premium. The matte finish helps with grip and doesn't attract fingerprints easily. It's about 8.3 millimeters thick and weighs around 220 grams. Yes, it's slightly heavy, but the weight is well balanced after long usage. Scrolling, gaming, watching videos. It never felt uncomfortable in my hand. It feels solid, like a phone that's built to last. The display is one of the highlights here. It's a large 6.83-inch AMOLED panel, and it immediately feels immersive. Bezels are slim. The screen looks clean, and content feels edge-to-edge. The display supports a 165 Hz refresh rate. And while that number sounds impressive, what matters more is how it feels. Scrolling is incredibly smooth, animations feel fluid, and touch response is instant. Brightness goes up to around 1800 nits, and outdoors, visibility was never an issue for me. The display is also protected by Gorilla Glass 7i, which adds some peace of mind. Whether I was watching videos, gaming, or just browsing social media, this display consistently delivered a premium experience. Now let's talk about cameras, because this is where the OnePlus 15R makes its compromises. Main camera. The main camera is a 50-megapixel Sony IMX906 sensor with optical image stabilization. In daylight, photos look clean and natural, colors are close to real life, dynamic range is decent, and focus is fast. Detail isn't flagship level, but it's good enough that most people will be satisfied. This is the kind of camera you can trust for everyday shots. The ultra-wide camera is an 8-megapixel sensor, and honestly, it's average. Details drop compared to the main camera and colors can look a bit muted. I used it occasionally, but it's not a standout feature. Portraits and missing telephoto. There's no telephoto camera here, and that did disappoint me. Portraits are handled using the main camera at 1x and 2x. Background blur looks natural, but sometimes highlights feel slightly overexposed. For casual portraits, it works, but you definitely feel the absence of a dedicated telephoto lens. The front camera is a 32-megapixel sensor. Selfies look clear. Skin tones are natural, and it doesn't oversmooth faces. For video, the rear camera can record up to 4K at 120 frames per second, and the front camera supports 4K at 30. That's actually pretty solid for creators. Performance is where the OnePlus 15R really shines. It's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 chipset, built on a 3nm process, clocked up to 3.8 GHz. In daily use, the phone feels fast, consistently. Apps open instantly, multitasking is smooth, and nothing feels delayed. Benchmarks on Antutu, the phone scores over 3 million points. In Geekbench 6, single-core performance is around 2,800, and multi-core scores cross 9,500. GPU scores go beyond 18,000. These numbers are strong, but what impressed me more was how stable the performance stayed. For gaming, I tested titles like Call of Duty Mobile. The phone supports high frame rates, and gameplay felt extremely smooth. Graphics looked clean, controls were responsive, and I didn't notice any major frame drops. Thermal management is good too. Even after long gaming sessions, The phone stayed comfortable to hold. This is clearly a performance-first phone. Battery life is another big strength. You get a massive 7,400 mAh battery with heavy use gaming, camera, display at high brightness. I still comfortably got through a full day. Charging is fast with Superbook support, so even quick top-ups make a difference. Battery anxiety was never an issue for me. After using the OnePlus 15R, this is how I'd sum it up. It's not a camera-centric phone. But if you care about performance, a smooth high refresh rate display, strong battery life, and clean software, this phone delivers. It knows exactly what it's trying to be. A no-nonsense, performance-first smartphone that feels fast and reliable every single day.